Happy Valentine's Day to you lovely people out there, all you lovers out there. All of you are loved. You are all God's love. This is so beautiful. Sorry, I just came to tell y'all I will not be able to do the cooking tonight. I am exhausted. I was surprised today by my hubby. He took me out to dinner, and I'm just getting back in. And I just wanted to just come in here real quickly to let you know that I know my Valentine's was going to be me doing my gullah dish, but I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm so tired. I am so tired. We went out to eat and everything, and I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. So I just wanted to just come and don't want to disappoint you tonight. I told you to come back tonight because I was going to do the bread pudding. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do the bread pudding. And he ended up buying me Valentine's candy anyway, y'all. Anyway, okay, I told you I got the cupcakes yesterday. That was my Valentine's, I thought, yesterday. Hey Frankie, good evening. I'm not gonna be able to do the cooking for y'all tonight. Me and hubby just came back from eating from dinner. So I said I am just going to take a break and go spend my Valentine's this evening. And if God's willing, I will be back with you all in the morning in the AM. But I am going to rest. And I also got this cute little teddy bear. Oh, I thought it was so cute. And it says Happy Valentine's with all that love. Oh, it's so snuggly. It's so soft, the teddy. And then on top of that, I got some roses. I just put them in the vase. Let me show you. I got me some roses, y'all. I got some roses. I got the teddy bear. I got the chocolates. I got the cupcakes yesterday, y'all. And what else? And then my coworker gave me this for Valentine's. She gave me my coworker gave me this coffee little mug. It says a grateful for coffee. Because she knows I like to drink my coffee in the morning. And then a little bag of chocolates and candies like Reese's and all kind of little goodies in the little baggies and also some fruit smileys. I thought that was so cute. Good evening, everyone coming into the chat. Yes, I mean, I was surprised this Valentine's. I really was. And then, of course, my Valentine's was basically, I brought my sisters and everybody because of my parents. I told you what my Valentine's was. I brought my husband nothing at all because, it's like, it's hard to buy men gifts, when you've been with them for a long period of time. You gave them just about everything. And especially all the things I do as a wife is amazing. you know. Everything I do as a wife is amazing. I'm always cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm cook. I try to keep the house clean. I always try to cook a good meal. What else? I'm always nurturing to your heart and your needs or whatever. I'm always encouraging you. And what else can a man ask for? It's very hard with men. It's a, well, I ain't gonna give no man no money. Seriously, one of my girlfriends, she bought her husband a truck for Christmas. I was like, girl, you good. You good. I mean, I thought about doing that too with my husband. I would help him pick out a truck or whatever, and I'll help give him the money for it if that's what he wants to get. I'll help him the pick out and maybe help pay, you know what I mean, the car payment or whatever like that. But me to put all my credit on that car, I don't know about all that. But anyway, y'all, let's listen to some love music. I'm going to just sit here and talk with y'all for a while. I can't be but so long. Like I said, I can't be so long. My husband is upstairs now. He is laying down. He is watching some TV, and I'm about to join him because I'm tired too. And I just ate, but I told him I wasn't going to come on here, and you know, because I was going to do a cooking with y'all today, for Black History Month and share my gullah cooking for this Valentine's and everything. But I'm just going to chill out. Let me put this away. Let me put Teddy away. Oh, I think this teddy bear is so cute. That box is so pretty. I'm gonna use that box. You know, I'm gonna have to reuse it. I'm gonna have to make something of it. Every time somebody give me something that I like and I really like, I always gotta do something. I have to always try to recreate it. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I am gonna try to have me a glass of wine too. Happy Valentine's to all you beautiful, lovely people out there. You know, nobody's alone for Valentine's. Trust and believe me, nobody is alone, and nobody is not being loved today. And the thing is that we all know Jesus is love. I said that this morning to you when I got on here this morning. Um, Giving you my praise and my Wednesday praise and worship. And can you believe today is also Ash Wednesday? Today is also Ash Wednesday. Can you believe that? Now that really pisses me off because I don't like when the leap year, Easter falls in March because it's going to be really cold outside. So you don't really know what to wear. It's so unpredictable because we all already know that March is an unpredictable month. So what is people going to wear on Easter? See, me on Easter, I like to be dressed up in my Sunday best. I like to have that Easter hat going. I like to wear my crown, what we call the crown in the black church, when women did dress like a woman of God, not the woman of the world, but the woman of God. And we wore our hats and we wore our nice dresses and we wore nice coats or our little mink or furs or whatever, our best we will purchase. Back in the days, those women knew how to make their money work for them. Or for the little wages that they made, they knew how to actually have a wardrobe for everything. They had their work wardrobe, they had their church wardrobe, and they just had their regular outerwear wardrobe. Today, people just wear the same thing. They don't try to separate themselves. They separate their life from certain places. Like if you're gonna go to the beach, you're not gonna wear a mink coat and all that. It's just today they just. But you know what? With all that's going on now in the world, especially around Black culture, especially around our people who have lost their way and their values. they're going to find it back again. I truly believe that because of some of the things that's going on, now that they now found a new face of people that's going to be leading America. You know what I mean? Because now they letting these immigrants just come on over. And they giving them all kind of things. They giving them credit. They giving them jobs. They giving them rights. They giving them this. They giving them that. And they're going to be over you. And you ain't going to have no other choice but to get back right in your place with God. And the values that you had thrown away, you're going to try to go find those values again. Because that's the only way you're going to survive. God said it. A house divided cannot build. And we are so divided and so broken, and we so against one another so much that eventually men are going to start acting right in the black community. They're going to start treating the black woman. And it's going to be the same for the black woman. She's going to learn how to respect and love and be a good wife and stop being a woman of the streets. And stop trying to be so masculine. And stop trying to run over your husband and be the boss over your husband. Like me working with these babies in school. One of the little boys I got, he just turned 2 this week. And one of the things that we're doing is potty training at that age, right? So I put him on the potty. He did go, but he doesn't really know how to use whatever, and I don't really want to touch him there, I don't really feel comfortable touching people, kids, in a certain kind of inappropriate way. I find it inappropriate, put it that way. But, you do what you got to do because that's part of your job. You got to touch them, to clean them properly and everything else. Sometimes I just don't feel comfortable doing it in a way because of all the things that's going on today when people just want to accuse you and say you touching inappropriately touching children, whatever. This is a very difficult job. So I did tell dad and mom yesterday. I told dad anyway, because dad was who picked up the little boy and the baby, the toddler, whatever. And I said to dad, I did trying to potty train him. And he did go, but of course it went all over the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? So dad was like, oh, good, he did use. I said, yeah, but I think I feel comfortable more with you training him how to use it. You know what I mean? Because there's some things that we women cannot really train a little boy to do, especially how to use his body parts in the right way of how he should be, using the toilet when he has to do it that way. It's so hard training little boys because there are certain things that we women, we got to understand that we cannot teach a man to do. He has to get that from a male. He has to get that from a man. And it is what it is. Excuse me, y'all. And what I'm trying to say to you is that a lot of problems that we're having in the black community is single parent households. A man raising a female child, he can't really talk to her about her anatomy. He can't really talk to her about, her breast, her things when certain things are starting to take changes in her body and she's starting to have her menstrual cycle and really how to take care of that part. You know what I'm saying? What to do with that part. Hello, Jessica Miller. How are you? Shout out to you, love. Yeah, so I'm just saying there's just certain things that I don't that's why I don't really like to celebrate the single parent household thing. I really don't like to celebrate that. I'm glad you good, sweetheart. Happy Valentines to you, love. I really don't like to celebrate the single parent. I mean, you do what you got to do, but I talk to the young girls on my job and everything, young women on my job. I said, I love being married. It ain't for everybody because marriage is truly a ministry. because you really have to work as a partner. You have to really be there to support one another. You really have to do it as a team. There's no man, nobody's a boss. The woman ain't the boss. The man ain't the boss. You have to set a role model for the children, especially if you plan on having children. If you do have children, you have to set a role. You have to do certain things. Well, thank you, sweetie. Yes, I do have plenty of children. Well, children through the Lord. I say children through the Lord. Yes, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, there were just certain things that, like I'm saying, of a marriage. I love being married. Some people are like, oh, I'll never do it again. Well, now, if anything happened to my husband, I'm not going to do it again. No way. No, 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 no. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think anybody else can replace him. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But I'm just saying that, I try to encourage young girls. Don't knock it because of what other people had they bad experience by. But I can't, like one girl asked me, but what if you want somebody to change and they just don't want to change? Like you in a relationship with a young man. Y'all not married, y'all get y'all dating, y'all courting or whatever. And y'all getting to know each other. What if he's not ready to change it? But I said, then he may not be the man for you. Because don't stay there to try to make somebody change and they're not ready to change. And I feel so bad for her because she's a sweet young lady and she deserves a good husband. She deserves somebody to treat her heart right. And I truly and I'm gonna pray for her. I said, you deserve happiness just like anybody. I mean, because I could see you in marriage. I could see you being a good mother and a good wife. You a great daughter already. You work here at the child care center. You take care of other people's kids, and you're a young girl. And I know it's somewhere you want your own family. Working with because she's young. She's still very young, and I was like saying, and I know, but for me, that time is up for me. But I enjoy doing this. I love doing this, and I enjoy doing it because I know my childbearing days are gone. I cannot have children. Not right now. Everybody says, oh, you don't know that. What's her name had children when she was such and such an age from the Bible, blah, 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 blah. But I know I can't have no more children. My time is up. Okay? I'm sick. I'm gonna be realistic. But I'm just saying I like to encourage other young girls, young women out there. Stop looking at those crime scenes, whatever, with be like, that's why you can't get married. That's why you can't have no man. That's why you can't. No, let me tell you something. The devil will do anything to play with your mind to discourage you. We don't really know everything, the whole story to what really led up to these kind of relationships where they off each other like that, or the man off the woman, or the woman off the man. We don't know. We don't know when these people be telling these stories on these crime scenes and these what you call it what is it, true crime, whatever, whatever. I said, don't even put that stuff in your system. You just go to God. You ask God to guide you, and He will give you the desires of your heart. As long as you trust in the Lord and you do it on His terms, you be okay. And another thing I wanted to bring to your attention, and this is heartbreaking, and I know a lot of you know this is what's going on right now on YouTube. I know a lot of you are familiar with this story this breaking story on YouTube. What's happening to the infamous Sylvia, that she is supposedly be warrant for an arrest for her because of some, I don't know. I didn't listen to it, but I just seen a picture, like a mug shot of her today while I was sitting down having dinner with my husband, and I was looking at my phone. My husband said, please, let's enjoy Valentine's. Get off of that phone and let's talk. Let us be about us. Let's just enjoy our evening together in this meal that we having together. He says, leave YouTube alone. Say, or just for the moment. He said, for our time right now, while we out enjoying this season of Valentine's, let's just sit and have our conversation and let's talk about your day, talk about my day, talk about the family, talking about those things. Let's talk. Even if you want to talk about the Lord right now, let's talk about that. But we ain't gonna do YouTube today. we ain't gonna, we ain't gonna do those crazy R. Kelly, radical. He says supporters. He said we ain't gonna do the R. Kelly supporters today. He says, honey, let's just sit here and let's enjoy our Valentines. Let's enjoy each other. Let's enjoy having a conversation together. And I said, honey, you know what? You're right. But I did see that there is something going on. Somebody did send me the link. That's why I looked at it on YouTube. But my husband was like, no, not today. Not today, honey. But I said it's heartbreaking. And the reason I say it's heartbreaking, those of you who've been here with YouTube on this R. Kelly sector, we all know that when Sylvia first came on the scene, she drew a lot of attention to a lot of people and convinced a lot of people that she was a real, true, die-hard R. Kelly advocate. She was really advocating for R. Kelly. She was really out to do um, get information out there to his fans and to his supporters and everything about what was going on around his legal battle. She was able to connect with a lot of people that were on the inside of fight working on his trial. She was able to get close, go to court dates and everything and bring information to the R. Kelly team here, the R. Kelly supporters and to the fans and everything to her platform. So a lot of people really, really, really had admired Sylvia, and a lot of people have really, really had put a lot of trust in Sylvia, and I was one of them. And I was one of those that really, really thought she was doing a wonderful thing for us over here for the Robert Sylvester Kelly supporters. And I really enjoyed that she was able to bring information to us that can, let us know what was going on, especially the things that was going on in the courthouse and at his trial and that things of that sort of nature. So you see, Frankie, it's a lot of people that really, really, really believed in her, and a lot of people supported her. And I mean, they sent her support, financial support, and then after a while, she just became very vicious. She became very nasty towards the people, towards some of her supporters. She started cussing. I mean, I wouldn't say cussing them out, but she started doing some pretty mean things. And not only just that, she was also like, opening her channel up on mornings and talking about prayers and affirmations. And me being the woman of God that I am, I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I had my days too, where I done some things that might have hurt some people as well. But one thing I never was a liar, and I didn't come on here to lie, and I didn't come on here to deceive anybody, and I did not use God in vain. I didn't come on here to play with God. I don't play with God. Either I'm for him or I'm against him. And if I'm for him, one thing I'm not going to do is deceive people or to use people in deceitful ways for a profit or for a gain or anything. I have never monetized my channel. I have never asked for anybody to send me anything that I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that for you. You just send me that money and I'll be out there and I'll get it, the job done for you. I did no false advertisement. Now, if I ever sent anything to anybody, I sent it because I sent it out of the good nature of my heart and for nothing else in return. Because I believed you and I believed in your product and I believed in what you were giving me and everything else like that. But this woman has taken advantage in a whole lot of ways of people. She deceived a lot of people. And then on top of that, one of the platforms that she originally came from, they started going at each other and that person started telling on her and she started just telling people bad things about him and he was saying bad things about her, but the thing is they both was the same. Doxing people, getting people private information, cyberbullying, and all of that stuff. and brought all of that kind of negative energy around the support for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Because then people didn't know what to believe. And people didn't started to believe they can't trust nobody. And everybody just started going at each other. And the team just started breaking apart. Everybody just, this one is going at that one, this one. And next thing everybody just started to fall apart. If you came in here for the man, you came in here for the man, for better or for worse. You came in here to truly support him, because we all know the Lord, just, we felt he was railroaded and he wasn't treated right, and it was a miscarriage of justice, and a lot of things that went wrong in his trial that we never seen happen to anybody, and for the things he was accused of. And we didn't feel it was right. He was judged by public opinion, and there wasn't no real true evidence that he committed any of these crimes. And even people testified that what they did as far as breaking the law, and he's still not being held accountable for it. So I'm just saying. So anyway, back to what we was talking about. But I said it's heartbreaking what's happening to Sylvia, whether she see it or not. When you reach a certain age, because me and Sylvia, we right there together in age. Maybe I might be a little older, maybe a month or maybe a couple of months older than Sylvia. I don't know. But, Sylvia, consider the fact that she is married. She do have a daughter. And she also just recently had a grandchild. So at some point in your life, you got to take a different direction with life. You got to take you got to take some different, make some better choices with life. You can't live like you living like you're 21 years old, or you're 19, or you're 20. You have to think about the role model, the role you playing to set an example for the young woman that you have as a daughter, and also the grandmother you are to that child, to your children. When you become a parent, and I said a parent because that's what you are, you're a mom. And you're supposed to set an example for your daughter. And some of these things you should not be putting yourself involved in. And if you are going to get yourself involved in it, do it in a clean way, do it in an honest way, do it in a good way, because you don't know what may not affect you may come against your child. You setting it up for your daughter to behave this way. Or sometimes even to have a reason to dishonor you. You don't see it. And sometimes that's why you gotta sometimes show goodness and mercy. And you have to follow God in goodness and mercy through the days of your life. Because sometimes these things can affect maybe not you, but they'll come on your children. And then look at the example you setting for that young lady as a mother. You're not supposed to be her friend. You're supposed to be a parent. You're supposed to be someone that she look up to, somebody that gives her guidance. I don't get it with some people. And it's sad that they got your face plastered all over on social media that you're a criminal, that you broke, you made some, obviously really what she did wrong, but I'm just saying, like getting messed up with certain kind of people with bad behavior and bad conduct in the public. That's why I'm kind of glad I got the channel that I have, and I keep it low key. I ain't got like 1,000 and something subscribers. Maybe it might get that way, but hey, who knows? But I've been on my channel for like 5 years, and it's only up to 700 and something subscribers. But I thank God for them, because God only gonna bring who's here, who He want here. And not everybody is for this channel, because my channel ain't about that nonsense. And I say that just about for any small church. That's okay. You don't need a whole big amount of people in your church with a whole lot of nonsense. Sometimes the smaller is better, because you get to run the narrative the way you want to run it. If they can't handle it, then get out the kitchen. Don't cook here. Don't stay here. Move on. And it's okay if I'm only down to 700 and maybe 40, last time I checked, maybe 45 subscribers. That's cool. Because out of the 745 subscribers I got, that just shows me I'm somebody out there listening. And out of 745 subscribers, that can produce more. You know, like Jesus fed the 5,000. Jesus probably fed 5 people and it became 5,000. That five people went out and started buying food and feeding more people. And more people, you know, everybody started passing it on. So out of my 740 something thousand people, 745 something people, there might be 7,000 being fed. And I'm touching more than just the 745 that you see that subscribe to my channel. These people are going out probably giving my message to other people that maybe not even on YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes big ain't always greater. You know? Big ain't always greater. Because them big channels get messy. They get messy. They get crazy. And you find yourself getting in a whole lot of trouble having all those people on your channel. You might have produced, like, you could have 1,000 subscribers, but produced over 10,000 enemies. Big ain't always greater. Like they say, the bigger they are, the harder they will fall. But I move around, and most of the channels I go to, like I said, is more uplifting channels, channels that bring positive affirmations, channels that bring words and ministries and things of that. And, you know, sometimes some ministries I move around, and every ministry I get a little bit of here, a little bit of from there. You know, God can use a donkey. You know what I'm saying? God can use a donkey. And we all know a donkey is an ass. Okay? God can use a donkey. So I could just say, you know, I don't know how God is using this ministry, but we already know Jamal Bryant, that ministry. Well, that's a ministry being used in a way, too, to let you know how foolish, how stupid some people don't read their Bible. Because if they did, they would not be following Jamal. That just shows you very few. He said many are called, but very few are chosen. And just because you know, just because Jamal got a big church, don't necessarily mean everybody in there is saved. Some people just go in because they just want to hear something that just make them feel good. It's like I said about Joel Osteen. People go there because these people don't preach salvation. They don't preach salvation. They preach prosperity gospel. They preach a gospel that is strange, a false gospel. It's all about trying to gain the riches of the world. It's not about trying to gain the riches of Jesus Christ. It's not about Christ. It's not Christ-centered. It's not about getting people really out of their sins. It's not about getting people to really, you know, repent, be baptized, and walk with Christ for the, you know, try to take that straight and narrow path. It's not even about that. And taking that walk with Christ is not an easy walk. When you have to give up your flesh, when you have to kill the things that you seem to love more than you love God. You love your car, you love your luxuries, you love your vacations to the islands and traveling and all that, and that becomes a god to you. That becomes a idol to you. These things are idols. But when you become a child of God, you want to give up to do the work in God's kingdom. You want to do things to bring people to Christ. You want to do things to save. You want to be different. You don't want to be like everybody. You want to be different. You want to talk like Christ. You want to walk like Christ. You want to live like Christ. And when it's time to die, you don't even want to fear no evil. For thou art with you. You know? Because the thing about living is dying. Because you know death can meet you at any given time, moment, or whatever. And I think I spoke about that in the morning, but I'm going to leave that conversation for in the morning. Whatever the Lord put on my heart in the morning, when I wake up and I open my eyes, I try to come out and I try to share that prophetic message with you to touch somebody out there, because I don't know, just like I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me too. Because when I went to work today, of course I was happy. I'm going to do this. I'm going to celebrate it, have Valentine's Day with my children. That's why my husband probably felt the way he felt, and he came and got me, and we went out to lunch and everything else. Because I took an Uber ride to work this morning. I didn't, because I don't have a car right now. I'm out of a car. But my husband, sometimes he'll drop me off in the morning, or sometimes I'll just use his car and drive there in the morning or whatever like that, because he has another, vehicle that he uses to go to work, and I'll use my husband's car because my car right now is shot. So, and I really can't afford to get another car right now, with all the bills and stuff that we gotta, keep paying and stuff. So that just like, hey, we don't need another car. You got a car, I can use your car, blah, 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 blah. We don't need separate cars like that. So I use his car, he'll drop you off, whatever. But anyway, so he must was feeling some type of way this morning, because when I called him this afternoon anyway, because like I said, I was feeling really happy. It's Valentine's. I wanted to, this is my first Valentine's at the center that I work at the child care center that I work at, the early care center that I work at, school. And I wanted to have a pizza party, and I did discuss this with my director. I think I spoke with her when I was planning everything, when I was doing this as part of my seasonal activity of my planning for the kids. And, a lot of you heard me come on here and I talked about it as well. So when yesterday, nobody came to me, nobody said anything. So, of course, I'd send a notice to the parents, please. On this list that I send you, pretzels, chips, you want to bring cookies or whatever, if you whatever kind of contribution you want to make to bring for your children's Valentine's Day event, party. So of course I said, please notify me, because I don't want all parents to bring the same thing. So please, respond to this message at your most earliest convenience and let me know what you will be bringing. So I will be able to, tell you if that somebody else is bringing it, that you don't have to bring with somebody else. And I also, when parents came and picked up their children, I spoke to some parents and I asked them, what are you bringing? They said, oh, they don't know. They haven't decided yet what they're going to bring, whatever, whatever. So I said, okay, well, they got my message. I had got no response from the parents. Only a few parents responded and said they're going to bring. One parent told me she was going to bring some cookies or maybe some cupcakes. Another parent said to me, and I said, well, if another parent is bringing cupcakes, then I'll let you know. So then another parent said she was going to bring some juice, some apple juice or whatever, and I said, okay, fine. So then another parent told me she was going to bring some fruit snacks, the little fruit snacks. And I said, that's wonderful, because I didn't really want candy. I said, because I left candy optional to the parents, because I really didn't want a lot of candy, because I know a lot of parents sometimes, I don't want to give kids candy, and if I do give them candy, I got to give the candy to the parents, so the parents will let them know whether they're going to give them the candy to eat or not, because of the simple fact that some parents try to keep their kids away from the sugar because they don't want to deal with all the hype, okay? The hypeness that sugar may cause in their children, and parents are tired, they get home, they want to relax, they want to pick their kids up from school, and they want to relax. They want their kids to be probably had to get it all out while they was out, at school or whatever. But anyway, moving on. So I was gonna give about it. I was say, oh, I'm gonna order some pizza for my classroom. My kids gonna have pizza for their party, and I'm gonna order the pizza for my kids, and I was gonna get some cupcakes for us. For we don't eat the kids' cupcake. I was gonna buy the nice good cupcakes for the classroom. I mean, for the adults. That would be my Valentine's to you all. But and I said, and I went and I brought some balloons for the kids. I brought the helium Valentine balloons for each one of my children, and 5 children in my classroom. So what happened is that It saddened my heart that my director went and decided that the kids gonna have pizza today. Some box, the pizzas that you buy in the store, you put in the oven, those oven pizzas or whatever. So she gave them that today for lunch, and I said, well, the kids can't have pizza all day. So she said, yeah, so and so. I said, but she didn't communicate with me. She didn't tell me. She didn't text me. She didn't say to me anything that, don't worry about ordering the pizza. I'm going to get pizza for everybody to have pizza in their classroom because your kid's going to have pizza, but her classroom ain't going to have pizza and the other kids. So we might as well just order pizza for the whole, we just get some pizza and just have the kids have pizza for lunch today for their Valentines or whatever. I mean, that as simple as communication as that, but no, she just switched it up and gave the kids the pizza. And I was like, but I don't eat that kind of pizza. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat the pizza from the whatever, whatever. So I just like left it alone. And it kind of hurt my feelings in a way because I was like, why would she do that? Why would she switch up on me like that? Why didn't she communicate with me and at least let me know? I planned this whole thing out from the time February came. I had this as part of my plan, my classroom plan. So I said, you know what? And I'm the only teacher that came who was dressed up, who was dressed for the occasion, with the Valentine top on, with the earrings, with the all Valentines with full of love and everything. And I said, you know what? The problem is sometimes people are insecure. They get jealous. They do these little sneak attacks. They do all these things that just mess with your spirit or to upset you. Because sometimes they just get a little feel, they feel that you trying to take over or you trying to be the big boss around here and they the boss and they feel like they want to take over everything. I'm not trying to take care of nobody. I ain't trying to take over nothing about your job. If anything, I'm just trying to do my classroom. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not going to speak those words over here because can I say I would appreciate it if you don't. I would appreciate that if you don't do that over here, please. I would appreciate that. But anyway, like I said, the thing is that I was just a little. I was like, well, but why would she do that? And then everybody was like, she didn't call. She didn't say to me that maybe we should just have pizza for lunch and all the kids will have pizza. You know, you know. But you know, that would have been the right thing to do. But being that I'm a praying woman and I know how God works, because it was bothering my spirit in a way. But I said, you know what? God help me see the things that I cannot see. And I try to look at it in a way like maybe she forgot, maybe she was overwhelmed. But no, she knew what she was doing. And then on top of that, going to turn around and give me a Valentine's gift. Oh, happy Valentine's Day. Listen, God knows a fake, a phony, a deceiver. God sees it all. So, you know what? Just by you trying to do these evil actions, and I'm glad I was able to just go on and enjoy Valentine's with my babies and enjoy on and let nobody see that it was bothering me. And just enjoy my day. Just enjoy the rest of my day. Because you know what? Some things, when the enemy try to set traps up for you to dig a hole for you to try to fall in or whatever, they're gonna end up wearing themselves out and falling in their own hole. Okay? Because I wasn't doing anything wrong by wanting to celebrate and run my classroom the way I'm trying to run it with the children. And I said, even yeah, it's just some people that just ain't feel. Frankie, thank you. Yeah, so I was telling my husband was like, she knew what she was doing. She trying to F with you because I think she hating on the fact that she think you in there, because you show more leadership in here than she do. Cause she just all mouth. And I'm not trying to, I just got here. I said to her, I just got here. Only just been here a couple of months now. Da 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 da. Only just got here. If I really want to run my own program, I run my own program, you know? Because after this one, this is it for me. I ain't doing no more. If God say so, but God sent me there for a reason. God wanted to use me. And I move the way He wants me to move. And when God is ready for me to move on from that place, He's going to move me. But right now, I don't think God wants to. God want me to set some fire to these centers, because catch these kids at the earliest level of their life and pour as much good love and everything in their growth and their educational experience in their youth. I mean, in their early education. I mean, in their early education experience. So, and I think she got a little jealous because of the way I did my Valentines when I did the, you know, when I did the diversity of the hearts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very, see, when you're an educator, you got to be very creative. You got to turn whatever people will look at as evil but good. And some things that people don't want to celebrate, they don't see the good about what's celebrated. You got to help sometimes bring something different to it to catch, to get people more. The fathers and the mothers that got their cards today from their babies from the classroom was so excited. They loved it. They loved it because I got a classroom full of diversity. I don't got all little black kids in my classroom. I got some kids who are mixed with all different. They biracial, multicultural, and you name it, from all different backgrounds. So I have to be very creative because not every child in my class is like me, Black American. They they're American children, but their families aren't. Some of their families came from Mexico and Ecuador and El Salvador and India, and some of the little kids in my classrooms, they got all different backgrounds mixed up. Families that they probably like the first generation of these children. And I got to do whatever I can to be creative and pour as much as their family life in them, as much as the American culture. The American culture is Valentine's Day, but I also had to pour in the ingredients of where they came from. As I'm celebrating Black History Month, they Black children, but they Black from somewhere else. You understand what I'm saying? Some of them are Black children, but they Black from somewhere else. So I have to pour in that culture of America. It has to be like a melting pot. And I tell people like this, to be a teacher, you got to see the future. To be a teacher, you got to be creative. Your mind got to be very creative. You got to have a vision. You got to have good vision. You can't be a teacher and just see things one way. You got to be a teacher. You got to see things how everything is going to fit in together. And they don't have too many good teachers out there. And God wanted to use me with this gift to help these early care centers, like today's American early care centers. You can't teach these kids because they don't eat that. They don't understand that. When I have to make my classroom work, I have a child whose parents don't even speak English very well. So the order for me to do the days of the week on the calendar, I have to do it in English and in Spanish. Like Monday is lunes, Tuesday martes, Wednesday miércoles, Thursday jueves. I have to go through all of the, I have to speak another language with them, but sometimes I have to put this device in front of them because this is a virtual, different generation. They're virtual as well. So I have to put my little tablet in front of them and let them hear the songs. I have to sing it in Spanish and in English. We have to count in Spanish and in English because you got to understand, America, the second language is Spanish. And I have to teach them another language. I have one little boy in my classroom who speaks Bengali. But I don't got no days of the week in Bengali yet. But some things I have to do, when I have to send a message to his parents and everything, I have to sometimes translated in Bengali. Use the translator. Okay? This is America. We can't just speak one language anymore. Okay. Oh, my sister, she left out of town. Yeah, so I just wanted to just share that with you all tonight. But let me get up here with my husband. He probably went to sleep because we was, oh my God, we went to Fridays. We didn't go nowhere, nothing spectacular, big old fancy restaurant. We went right to Fridays. But I like Fridays. He knows I like Fridays. So that's where we went, and I just had me a little glass of wine, but I was drinking over at Fridays too. My husband couldn't drink because he was doing the driving, and he can't drink anyway. And he was able to be off today, just so. And I was like, I thought you was working today. He was like, no, I took off for Valentine's so I could spend some Valentine's with you. But it was one song I wanted to play with y'all before I shut down. Of course, I didn't forget about Robert Sylvester Kelly. This will be the last Valentine's. Got you, boo. Yeah. I'm gonna have to tell her I left the necklace. It was if I'd known that, my sister and everything. But anyway. Yeah, but one thing I'm not gonna forget, this is the last Valentine's we will be celebrating with Robert Sylvester Kelly being incarcerated, and God's willing, he will be home soon, y'all. Okay, let's keep our prayers lifted. Let's continue to keep him in prayer because we already know that the 22nd is the what you call it, the argument for his appeal. I'm trying to stay over. Like I said, I'm trying not to talk too much around R. Kelly here because I don't want to trigger anybody, trigger people. So I'm trying to tiptoe around R. Kelly because we got people out here that still kind of like, so you got to be careful. We don't want to get nothing going on about his name. We want, if we're going to talk about him, I'm going to end y'all with this song. Yes, prayers for Robert Sylvester Kelly. Baby, happy Valentine's. You've been a lover and a friend of mine. And I'm still glad to meet you. Though we've known each other all this time. Yeah, it's such a blessing how we managed to get this far. Baby, happy Valentine's. We'll be apart. Born to be each other's everything. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go talk to my husband for a minute. Cause that's what love do. Between you. Baby, we'll make love. I know how you after this one. I'm coming upstairs. Girl, you're my Valentine. Yeah, I chose you. Listen, baby, to be my Valentine. And I'm so glad that heaven chose you. To be my Valentine. In my heart, I believe it. Heaven chose you to be my Valentine. Ever since that vow we made, baby, I have not regretted one day. No, and girl, since we said those words, I do. You see, my life has been a dream come true. Two hearts beating as one. Oh, it's like a perfect match. Yeah, and that's the day each morning comes. Cause the sun shines on me through your eyes. And we're gonna go through some things. Cause that's what lovers do. Be something between me and you. Then it will make love. I got a message from above and it said, I believe it. He's so, ooh, Teddy's so soft. So glad I chose you to be my Valentine. I believe down in my heart. And I'm so thankful to be my Valentine. You are the witness. Yeah, I know. Girl, you're the witness in my life. Yes, you are. And I cherish every moment. Yes, I will. Baby, that you're by my side. I got a message on my heart. It's heaven chose you. Heaven chose you, girl. Go ahead, Teddy. This teddy bear is so soft. You are to be my Valentine, and this is my song. Yeah. Oh, baby. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Baby. This teddy bear is so freaking soft. Oh my God, I love him. He's so cute. Oh, he's so soft and so cuddly. This teddy bear must be worth some money, y'all. Okay. Okay, y'all. I'm not gonna play anymore. I'm gonna go upstairs. So you all have a happy and lovely Valentine's from my house to yours. And may it all be sweet tonight. May it all be in love. And don't forget to keep Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly in your prayers. I try to tiptoe around him. I couldn't do as much as I wanted to do tonight, especially doing the gullah cooking and chit chat about Robert Sylvester Kelly on the simple fact that I don't want to trigger people. I just want to leave things alone. Just leave it alone. Let Jennifer Von Jean and her team deal with it the way they're going to have to deal with it. And when we get the good news, we get the good news. Okay? So, because I had enough of it on YouTube. It just, some of the conversations people are having, they shouldn't be having about this man. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you for coming in the morning for me. And my teddy, he's got my Valentine's teddy. He's going to say goodnight to you all, too. I mean, if y'all could just feel this teddy bear, it feels so soft. So soft. Where I'm going to put you tonight? I'm going to put you right here on the chair. But anyway, y'all. Anyway, y'all, I love you guys. I love you guys. If God's willing, I'll be back with you in the AM. So you all have a wonderful and blessed Valentine's evening. Peace.